start this show. Make a selection. Easy. Hard.
Right along. We have Jelly and T-Swag, both very powerful doubles players, and also forces to be reckoned with on singles.
Are we doing a warm-up, or are we just going right in it?
We're going to find out.
Okay.
I think they have an option every time for half a warm-up. Wait, is that the right draw? Losers round 2. It looks like we have a best of 5. Let me double check the rules.
Well, this will definitely get you warm if you're not warm.
Still wondering why this is. Oh, hey, Spencer. Still wondering why this is a set of 5, because I don't see it in the rules that it should be. I thought that was only for sort of finals of a pool or a bracket. Emily, why is this 5? 5 songs? Why? All top 8 is 5 songs. Okay. I guess I missed it in the rules, but all of top 8 is a best of 5.
Best of 5.
So from here on out, we're in best of 5 territory.
So they are trying to save their energy, because that's 5 songs they gotta play.
Trying to save your energy, this is not the song.
No, this takes a lot of energy.
It's called Energizer. It's one of the more energy demanding charts.
Yeah.
No, this chart has a lot of very tricky center panel in 16th runs. That if you're not up on your toes, your form better be spectacular.
T-Swag chose the song.
T-Swag has a very small lead. Late in a miss for Jelly. T-Swag can stay clean. He's got it. Early in a
Cost him?
Another miss. Anything could happen here.
Oh, jelly. Oh, no.
It was very close.
I think he got discouraged with that miss.
I mean, sometimes you're facing the wrong way, you misread something, and it's just, you know it's not going to happen. All right, so Energizer was T-Swag's Protect. He nailed it. Holy guacamole, this is a pocket pick from Jelly Slosh. You only get one per pool, and he's only in this pool, so this is his one pocket pick. He's trying to stay in this tournament. Start has a lot of mines that are tricky to avoid. About halfway. Jelly has about a 1,000-point lead. Jelly holds on.
Good job, Jelly.
We're 1-1.
He wanted that one really bad.
What's going on, Malaysia? Welcome in. Our first match of our top 8 here. All the top 8 matches are best of 5. Arcade Run, I think we've seen at least 1 or 2 times in the tournament today.
Yeah, I noticed that. Is that because of random?
It's a fun song.
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's probably just random.
Okay.
It has lifts, it has rolls, it has pretty much everything StepManiaX can throw at you.
Oh. Get those quads going, boys. Players are doing good.
They're both doing perfect.
Oh, tiny hiccup from T-Swag. Didn't get that last note.
That might be all it takes. Jelly is locked in. Last 10% here.
Good job.
Jelly only gave up one.
Wow.
One perfect.
One. Wow.
Very impressive.
He sounded amazing. I don't know if chat can hear, but
That's 2-1.
flagged it.
2-1 Jelly.
That's so good in a tournament.
Seriously. I played around earlier in the tournament, and the music is not as loud as I would prefer it to be.
No, I can't even hear it.
You can hear 3 other DDR casts
Yeah.
to your right. So that is very impressive.
DDR is loud.
So another 22. Again, for players of this caliber, it might come down to 1 perfect. It's going to come down to one or 2 perfects.
Really?
Or, you know, if the pressure's on, someone could misread something or, you know, miss a jump, something like that. I would expect this to be very close, though.
That's why we love this game.
It, you know, for all there are pros and cons to how the scoring is calculated, but it tends to do a good job of making really exciting matches.
Mm-hmm.
Can T-Swag keep his tournament dreams alive? Halfway, T-Swag has a vanishingly small lead. Can T-Swag hold on? He does.
T-Swag.
That's a 40-point game.
Wow.
That's 1 perfect.
Oh, wow. Neck and neck, man.
And it was 1 perfect.
Just one perfect.
All right, 2 and 2. We got Far Out as the last song. Wild 24. Far Out's pretty tricky. Far Out's kind of a stamina check. A lot of streams, especially at the end. This is our first match of top 8, first best of 5, and we're going to song 5.
Oh. Good song.
All right. Who's keeping their tournament dream alive and who is bowing out? about halfway, and Jelly has a very small lead. He's going to have to play damn near perfect if he wants to hold it. That's a 6-point game.
Oh.
Oh,
T-Swag.
T-Swag gonna miss.
Yeah, that's it. Good job, boys. I think it was that one miss
It was the one miss.
that cost him.
Insane. That was a nail biter. If he didn't have that, it was a 6-point game right there, right before he missed. Unreal.
Close, very close. Good job, boys. Just one. They both did really good jobs.
Select difficulty.
Alrighty, up next is Uncat and Pilot again. Go. Alright, chat. I think Jelly's gonna commentate and join you for a little bit. It was nice hanging out with y'all.
Hello, Jelly Slosh here to take over for Watersouth, who's going to be playing against Hints relatively soon. We're finishing up losers side of losers round 2, or I guess technically losers round 1 of top 8. And then we'll be going to Jimbo and Grady next, and then Hints and Watersouth. But right now on screen we have MCAT and Pilot. Historically, almost every tournament MCAT and Pilot have played against each other. MCAT has won. MCAT's playing super good right now, so she's feeling pretty locked in. Pilot getting a much needed win against Jaipai. Got momentum on his side. Two excellent players in the top 8 here, but unfortunately one of them had to go home. Now here we have Senorita as the first song of the draw, which was one of the qualifier songs for Love Arcade 2 in the placement set if we didn't have enough data on the player. Both players very familiar with the chart. A little bit on the higher BPM for SMX songs, but this one overall is pretty straightforward compared to a lot of the other 23s. Clean intro by both players with a PSC. MCAT with a slight lead. I'm gonna got a little bit of roll tech here. Pilot pick up an uncharacteristic miss on that, giving MCAT a bit of a lead. Stop. Both players nail the stop. Clean Hex Star from MCAT to start off the set on Pilot's Protect. Fortunately, this is 3 out of 5, so Pilot has the opportunity to take it back towards the end of the set. As we just saw, the previous set went to a 5-song set, so it's never over till it's truly over. Each song is a whole new round. All right, coming up next, we have Critical Hit. This was MCAT's play, one of the more technical 25s in the game. Very foot switch heavy. Now let's see if Pilot can bring it back by returning the favor by winning on MCAT's Protect. Both players nailing the first set of foot switches coming up, which is when you see 2 notes in the same direction, you're going to use the same foot to execute both foot. The really tricky part about foot switches is you have to make sure you release your foot high enough or early enough so that the panel can trigger again. Coming halfway to the point of the song, MCAT looking pretty comfortable, but kind of only playing about 1,000 points. A lot of opportunities to make up points here. Going up 2-0 in the set. Has a lot of momentum going to song 3. Coming up next will be Utopia. I'm sure most players know that the song was originally in the group 1. And it was very infamous back then for the right arrow spam. Fortunately, in SMX, we got a more modernized chart. A lot more crossover mines to watch out for. A little bit bursty and broken up streams instead of the longer ones in the original chart. Song number 3. Can MCAT close this out with a 3-0 sweep, or will Pilot start to make a comeback? Let's find out. gets her first yellow perfect. Pretty long streak of white perfect. Pilot showing not too far behind though. It's flickering. Alright, here comes the bursty part. Lock in. Going to the last quarter of the song, MCAT's looking really comfortable to take this set, but we do have one set of slowdowns coming up, so you never know. We see a lot of leads change at the very end. And closing it out with a really low yellow count. MCAT with another hex start in the set. Give it up to Pilot for making top 8. He's had a lot of events where he's been stuck at 9th place. So congratulations, Pilot, for making top 8. Amazing job in your tournament performance. And give it up to MCAT for being in top 5 now. Really amazing performance by MCAT there. She was looking really locked in. The storyline for MCAT is she had a relatively disappointing performance by her own standards at B-Hop Ball 3, so she spent a lot of time reflecting, working on her skill set, and she's come to play today. She's ready to take revenge for B-Hop Ball. And up next in winner's side, we have Grady versus Jimbo. Take a quick peek at the bracket. And let's go see what songs they're playing as well. Ooh, we have 2 pocket picks here. But before I get to that, just want to take a quick peek at the bracket. Update that. So coming up next, we are at winner semifinal. Currently, we have Jimbo and Grady on stage, and then Hints and Water Sounds coming up right after this. And the storyline here is Jimbo and Grady have played at 4 different tournaments so far. And the last time Jimbo and Grady have encountered each other, I believe Jimbo had won. So this is Mark Grady's revenge arc. Meanwhile, on the other side of the bracket, Hints and Water Salad is a rematch from Bite 5 in 2022. We'll get more on the Hints and Water Salads once they come up to stage. But in the meantime, we have Grady and Jimbo looking for their warm-up song. They have selected So Deep from DDR 6 Space. Jimbo feeling pretty good. He got an APC earlier in bracket against MCAT on Rock Me Forever. Grady and the Cupid's Clash actually got an APC on Forever in a Day, so both players are, playing in top form on an unfamiliar cabinet setup. These are the number 2 and number 3 seeds of the tournament respectively. Jimbo at number 2, coming off a fresh win off Red October 2024. Winning the whole tournament as a 9th seed, which is absolutely amazing. And then Grady with a top 8 finish in both the doubles and singles at Red October. Now, currently, both players have a double APC. Commentators first. Tournament, we are opting to give players half-song warm-ups just to get readjusted to the cab, get your legs moving a little bit. You probably don't want a full song one, aim for a 3 out of 5 set, just because that's a lot of stamina you want to save for the long run. Yeah, in the meantime, we're going to song number 1, Black Magic, which was pocket picked by Jimbo. And joining me in commentary for his match be Water Salads. Hey, Water Salads, welcome back. Just in time to get the start of this intense winter semifinal match. Ooh, uncharacteristic miss by Grady on the up air. But that's okay. One miss doesn't mean it's over.
Another miss.
Here's what the chart gets hard. The crossover's coming up here. You have to really, really watch your hip movement on those parts of the song. And the quad roll.
About a 1,000-point lead on Jimbo's side.
As we get to the crossovers again, these ones are much more difficult than the first time they came around. You have a pattern called Scoobies where you turn completely sideways, and then you have one pattern that start on the facing to the left to resolve it correctly, which Jimbo executes perfectly. Grady also comboing through it as well.
Jimbo holding on to his lead.
Yeah, let's take a look at that real quick. What's up? Up arrow, maybe? Up arrow?
Settings.
I will give a lot of praise to Hints for always being ready to take a look at any pad calls seriously. He's got his tools ready to go. Well, while they are doing some pad maintenance, let's go ahead and once again, let's shout out our sponsors. Virginia, he's running a tournament at Winter Ball in 2 weeks. We promoted it a little bit earlier, but then we got some more viewers. We mentioned that Pilot is going to be part of Winter Ball coming up, and along with Jimbo. So for the people on the East Coast, coming out to Atlantic City to Winter Ball. Looks like Grady and Jimbo are just playing a quick song to just check out the pads. Welcome back, Pilot. How's it going?
I'm doing all right.
Great match. Congratulations to top 8. Thank you. Is this formally your first top 8 in wild mode?
No. I think I got 7th the last one.
Okay. B-Hop and B-Hop too as well. No, he's been doing it before me. Yeah, Grady and I play on the same arrow side. It's really interesting to watch. This is a relatively tricky 22, I feel. Some of those swing notes really catch you off guard.
I do think an important thing to note, and DDR Chad pointed out in chat, and I do think it's relevant to the execution of this chart. There's 3 center panels in the whole chart. And so I actually think the difficulty of this chart is kind of mitigated a little bit. If you know where they are, you can kind of minimize your form. And you can see here, Jimbo really nailed it there.
Oh, this was song, I didn't realize. I apologize, I was under pressure to just do a quick pad check, but looks like we're on song 3 now with I Need You.
Was it up arrow? Yeah, I was feeling a little off about it, but All I did was raise it and not make a problem out of it, so. If the note don't work, hit it harder.
It's very fascinating. Everyone has different play styles, so like it's very hard to fully accommodate everyone's stepping style. So like the best thing that the techs can do is have it in a neutral position.
Hello, Jai-Pi.
But it is part of the tournament skill set to just be able to adjust to different setups. So
And hey, I did. I won a set. I
Good
low-key
set.
ripped. I was not beating MCAT on anything in that draw.
MCAT is locked in right now.
We went for the grimiest draw possible and had a good time. But enough of that said.
Yeah, I need you. This is a deceptively tricky point. That lift note at the beginning is pretty tricky at times. Both players got it perfectly.
I feel like I heard a ghost step in there. I wonder if Jimbo or Grady have figured out a specific way to make that consistent. Jimbo picks up some kind of weight.
This is the kind of thing Grady needed to have a chance to claw back in this set. However, despite that, Jimbo's only behind about 100 points. You can see here that the players with the mind pits, you can step on them as long as you release them instantly, you can still step on them without triggering them. It's when you hold the mind pits too long is when they start to deduct points from you.
Yeah, and I think the act of actually hitting those notes as fast as possible, unless you're going really minimal and your release isn't fast enough, it's like impossible to trigger.
Coming to the outro, Grady is in a good position to keep his tournament life alive here. And he does it. It's not over yet. And you know, despite that late that Jimbo got, the perfect counts are really close with 3 to 6.
Yeah, I think the one thing I'm also seeing, taking a glance at the screen, Jimbo's graph is very much on the early side on that song, so I think that's probably playing a factor. I don't know if that's lack of familiarity with the cabinet model, the song itself, you know.
There's a lot of variables that come into tournament play, especially in a one-shot environment when you can't just restart it if you make a mistake or...
Oh yeah.
You also consider the noise pollution in the area as well too, especially with the DDR tournament actively going on. And
the good thing is the SMX Deluxe is loud and bassy enough that environmental noise is not really a problem. You have to go to something really quiet for that to be an issue. But maybe has Go 60 Go is on the quieter side here, but let's see how this goes.
This one, out of all the 24, is one of the hardest ones to have with all these swing notes here.
All right, Jimbo's been eating his takoyaki. He's getting his protein because he nailed that opening.
Coming up to this section, we have a bit of a technical part coming with the foot switches on the down arrow, I believe.
All right, I think that Jimbo did not really position himself well for that crossover. Picks up an early, also picks up a center. Not really surprising there, but because he had such a tight beginning, I think it keeps the margin pretty slim still against Grady.
It's pretty easy to pick up non-yellows on this chart with foot positioning.
Yeah, his problem right now is really centers.
Up to 16th runs here with a lot of center panels featured in these streams.
All right, Grady drops a hold, I believe. Is that miss?
Possibly giving Jimbo an opportunity to climb back in the set. Let's see if players can nail the stop.
Nah, I don't think that was going to be clawbackable from after Jimbo got a whole burst of off judgments and then followed it up by hitting that mine on the stop.
Both players opting to save the energy for the song for their final set. Final song set. Rainbow Raid Parade coming up.
I do appreciate the players walking off after the failure, so we still get to see the graph and the relative performance. Yeah, I don't think Jimbo is going to make a ready comeback without Grady making some kind of unforced error.
another song 5 here. It's always great when we have the opportunity to run best of 5s in a top 8 event. We get to see like the highest level of the game play a lot of SMX together. Especially when they have to strategize for the entire set versus just their
And
protection.
also, SMX is not the most intense at the upper end of the dance game. And so I think best of 5 allows for more variety of content and kind of puts endurance back on the table as a factor.
Yep, endurance and knowledge. Opening by Jibble on the center panel foot switch. Coming up to the bracket section, you have to really, really tend to their foot positioning here to not miss these brackets.
Both players go just a little late after the stop.
We have some more foot switches indicated by the line.
I think Jimbo keeps his run clean. He actually has a lot of room to work with. I think Brady's on his second or third, unforced early. Just don't fall asleep now in the very ending.
One more bracket down to hit.
All right, Jimbo.
And Jimbo makes it to winner's final with that victory.
Let's go, New Jersey. Let's go.
And you look at the early counts, it's the same non-white perfect judgments. You know, they both got 7 and 7, but the 7 yellow perfects beats out the 5 yellows 2 earlies.
Yeah, and I think also worth noting, Grady's earlies are very, very far out of line. And based on rough estimates, you know, going really far outside the early window, you might as well have just gotten the miss. You lose so many points the further you fall off. So I think a little unforced form error, and just that's, I think, quite frankly, I think a miss is worth almost close to 15 perfects in some situations, especially on really high density songs.
All right, and in the coming up next, we are having Water Salads and Hints come up to the cab. It looks like we have Water Salads on player 1 side and Hints on player 2.
I do enjoy that we are now in the part of the tournament where people veto out the easiest charts in the draw for the purposes of keeping things interesting and kind of more forcing the knowledge check, if you will.
And you'll see the players here, they use shelf liner in order to put their towels on top to maintain grip on the pads. For sometimes you play on the bars with your bare hands, you could potentially slip depending how much precipitation is on it.
Yeah, if you've got sweaty palms.
No perspiration.
Yeah, after sweaty palms almost made me plant at a very bad angle playing a DDR in public, I invested in weightlifting gloves as a way to not have to bring a towel around.
His knees are weak, palms are sweaty.
But depending on how well your skin handles moisture and the like, towel is typically better. So depends on you, your own physiology.
Whatever's most
your
comfortable
preference.
for you. I myself am also a fingerless glove user if I could find mine.
I believe it's a Word. I remember it had zip ties as well. So you would put down the liner, zip tie the liner to hold it in place, and drape the towel over.
All right, it looks like I'm needed to card draw for me and Grady.
All
I'll
right.
be back. Pilot's gonna hold it down here for us.
You got it.
Let's step. Make a selection. Wild mode.
Let's welcome Jai Pai to the stream.
Hey, what's going on, Tad? Oh, no, I can hear myself.
All right. It's the Piecast.
Yeah. Thank you for piloting this thing.
It is my pleasure.
Maybe your co-pi. Andrew holding strong with the white. I mean, I don't want to commentate this first, but like,
Well, the good news is this is just the warm-up.
still, just flexing. Oh, you just walked off on a white combo. You didn't want to flex too hard. You heard him being
I
called
don't
out.
need the APC.
Hey, what's going on, Seth? Snowstorm. The
All right.
legend. Oh, he gave up after. That's what it was.
So this will go against the Hince's Protect Zenith.
This entire match is going to be close.
Now, I think Hince is really consistent and very good at a lot of 24s in this game, and he
for sure.
especially has really good specific chart knowledge and expertise. I don't know about every single chart. I believe he's good at everything, but I think specifically, you know, he's very good at Blood Rush. He's not afraid to pull that out in tournament settings.
Easily one of the most overall, consistent players. In the
I
game.
have seen him go for Zenith multiple times when it comes up, so it definitely is a very comfortable pick for him.
Let's get into it. Both players knows what that's sick here, so.
Water Salad picking up some off judgments in that opening slowdown. The very beginning of this chart is certainly not that intense, I would say, for a 24.
Yeah, Hince is up by like 1 or 2 now.
Yeah. The real interesting difficulty in the chart is going to come after these quick little bursts. Opening with the stream.
So bracket step jumps, cute, but if you're not placed the right way, those can really mess you up.
Yeah. Hince is very comfortable doing those mid-run crossovers. It'd be very difficult to adjust to the point that you turn to hit those. So many drills leading into that section kind of forces you to face forward and lock into that position, then you have to switch it up to hit the crossovers.
Right. Oh.
Wait.
Combo drop is still. Oh, are they tied?
I think.
God. Oh no. That's wild. That's wild 24. Right. Chat, are you seeing this? Chat, is this real?
What?
1
point. That's even more hype than 0 points.
Back to pink fuzzy bunnies.
All right.
Another test of stamina and mental fortitude.
So this is interesting because Water Salads pocket picked this. He put it into the draw.
Do you have any predictions for how this match is going to turn out? As far as which songs are won by who?
It's hard to say because I have not seen Water Salads play in a tournament setting a lot.
Fair. I just know he's super consistent, but you can say the same for Hints.
Oh yeah. And Hinz has a lot of very good, very recent tournament experience.
Yeah.
On paper, I feel like I would give the advantage to him, and I do believe he is our first seed for the tournament, so he is, on paper, expected to win. If every tournament played out exactly as it were seeded, it would make for a very boring event, as it is. But really what I'm interested here is I don't think I've seen Water Salads really pick this out before. but I know he's certainly got the foot speed and the ability to read things that are really dense
This is
because
true.
he has such a good blood rush.
We're not going to talk about that right
Not yet. Well, here's
now. Watch it come up for him.
does Hint still has his pocket pick, so All right. Anyway, this is all front loaded, so after this little opening section, we're going to see a lot of 16 stream.
Andrew just off to the races from the jump.
Hints came to game tonight. Gold out of the opening run. I love the clap along.
Oh, did you catch that, Lightning? I'm so sorry.
I specifically angled the clap to be heard by the directional mic. That was on purpose.
Andrew holds on. Another one in the bag.
All right, so I really wish I could examine the thought process Water Salads had pocket picking this. I suppose he might have been expecting to just kind of survive the opening intro, kind of, you know, put Andrew to the screws, make sure he couldn't get through it. But Andrew decided he really, really wants to, where is he in bracket? Yeah, Andrew wants that Jimbo match. We want that number 1 seed versus number 2
I think everyone
seed.
wants that Jimbo match against, well, Kent and Jimbo. That'll be a spectacle.
On paper, that's what you expect.
I mean, that's basically winner's final.
Yeah, we want to see the hometown hero, the esteemed Hint.
Versus the old school legend himself, Jimbo 2DX.
It's so
Jimbo
hard.
IIDX.
They were both good friends of mine, and Andrew is great. And
Yeah,
Jimbo's
I've known Jimbo
from my
since
hometown.
2004. Yeah.
So it's like I gotta pick between friends. I kind of have to give it to Jimbo
No,
for the
you
home
just root
field
for them both.
advantage. I mean, true.
But I mean, if we're gonna pick favorites, yeah, I'm gonna root for the dude from Jersey because
Only one person can win the double in bracket. That's all I'm saying. All right, we haven't even gotten into the difficult syncopation of dopamine, and we're already trading yellows.
this is such a banger too. I always enjoy playing this.
It's so good. Oh, it's so close.
You're creating. Water salad is just like hitting that timing window a little. Ooh. Back to. Wow. Wow. I mean, if you're gonna lose a song, at least tie it, right?
Oh man, so now we get to explain our favorite aspect of this game. They have the same perfect count but different scores. That's because you get you lose more points the further out of the window you are.
This is true.
So I do think that was my intuition on what happened, because I did kind of see when Water Salads took the lead away from Hints, Hints picked up another 1 or 2 yellow perfects, and it only took glancing in my peripheral to look at Water Salad's playfield. It only took 1 perfect to swing back around.
Let's see what
So
you
whatever
got.
Water Salads did
Select a difficulty
was
mode.
pretty rough in comparison. So that 1 little yellow right at the end makes all the difference.
Yep.
Razor thin margin.
Next up, we have the Jelly Slosh and Grady.
While they're warming up, let me check something. All right. A little mothership warm up, I suppose. You gotta send card draw over? Yeah. Yeah, can you send this match? Yeah, confirming this is gonna be a little warm up. And we got the updated card draw. All right. I'm excited for this for a very silly reason.
Exotica?
Yes.
What's the reason?
So Exotica has a mine-enforced side switch at the beginning, but I think most players typically do not want to side switch unless they are forced to. It's a very physically demanding technique to keep time on. Jelly Slosh,
I've
when he,
played this, but I'll have to look out for it.
when he plays this chart, he will jump to avoid those mines. So I'm hoping he springs up like a rabbit.
Yeah, he's already doing the attack.
Boing. But yes, it leads into that crossover, and then if you side switch, it resolves perfectly.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, it's cool. And they're easier ones. They're out facing side switches instead of like the inward.
Yeah.
It's a little chart knowledge courtesy of Pilot.
Yeah, meanwhile, this is a surprisingly close game. I feel like Jelly Slosh has been bleeding so many yellows here and there, but he's keeping it very competitive against Grady.
Brady just seems really locked in here. Just don't tell me they tied again.
You know, I saw Grady after you made the locked-in comment, picked up like, must have been like a solid 5 yellows at the very end, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
He didn't need an SDP, it's alright. He's probably got like 1 or 2 on this anyway.
But, you know, we got to see Jelly Slosh do a little hop and a skip, and that's what matters.
Jimbo drop the APC earlier.
Yes. It was on, okay, it was right before I played for the first time.
Is that the only one of the day?
Potentially, yes.
Probably. All right. One of my favorite songs from Re-Rave. Actually, this entire hardcore album is fire. I still listen to it to this day. Fracas and Darwin and Hardcore Underground.
Jelly Slosh. There's not even a slowdown there.
I don't know. I feel like because that was streamed on the center panel, or probably like center panel on him, you know. See some ones in the chat if you got the rhythm.
Now we're coming up on these 16th runs that all have some kind of awkward center panel twist thrown in.
The outro to the song is easily my favorite. So it means like the song's almost over and I don't have to.
Yeah, Jelly Slush is effectively conceded. Grady kept it going for a little while longer.
Taken down, got the rhythm. That's the Kazuya mix, or to
yeah, the Tiju Kazuya remix.
This song is right up my alley. Little fun fact: back at the break, 2008, Delirium Quad on those recess pads.
Oh yeah.
I do love this remix though. The chart's a little hit or miss for me, but if I can lock in on it, it's fun to play at least. It's very active. I'm always talking about the Delirium Squad. What's up, Laser? Gotta watch this match though. Who gives in first? Send in love, send in love. So that lag was what gave Grady that early perfect. I'm pretty sure.
Well, keep in mind our preview screen is a little choppier than the game. I'd have to keep an eye out to see if it did
I
actually.
just thought the timing was funny.
Grady's looking pretty comfortable on this one.
I honestly feel like the ending is where you have to lock in mostly with the syncopated gallops.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the Palisades trip.
So yeah, those gallops at the end are made harder by the introduction of a lot of visual noise with those mine columns. But Grady knows it.
All right, outro. Oh, backwards jumps.
Grady, you didn't have the style on my man like that. But he closes out that win in style. 6 perfect. So good.
We weren't even cooked. That's the crazy thing. We were freezing. It was so wild. And we got stranded at a mall in the middle of January on a Sunday. No buses were running.
Oh no.
And it's just Leisha and me just, you know, trying to get back home to New York City. We were almost stranded, and then like a guardian angel just came through and helped us out. Good times. Next up, we've got MCAT
And water salads.
and water salads. This is going to be another hype match.
Select your difficulty.
starting off with. Are we still doing warm-ups? Is every match gonna have warm-ups basically?
Most likely.
Okay.
We'll see if they get right into it.
Yeah, they may play like a few measures or whatever.
A fun piece of lore is Water Salads told me this is his favorite song in the game.
You don't say. I don't know if I've ever played this.
This is a fairly new edition.
Okay. Some pop 8 notes.
Yeah, from the same Eurobeat label that has given us Big Boss. Water Salads has had
decided,
enough.
yeah, he decided he was locked in, was feeling good. Not a single off perfect.
All right, Into My Dream.
Very crossovery, technical start. You don't have to do the crossovers, but it's wiser to. Plus, it feels good when you like flow to the chart the way it was intended to be played.
Yeah, you're especially going to want to make sure your feet are in the right place when the center panel patterns really pick up as they do in this. There's a couple of other interesting little pieces of tech thrown in.
It has minefields too, right?
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Foot switches on the center. Hands.
A little forced double step.
Water salad, bold and clean. Pat not far behind though, so.
Yeah, you're usually on a song like this, just one messed up execution of tech or mind hit away from completely switching the lead.
Cost you the entire song. Both players opt to do no crossovers wisely.
Whatever you think will get you the most accurate result.
Water Salad's holding on with one? Oh,
That's
my
one.
goodness.
That's got to be one. There's no way that's not one. One. One? I feel like I should not be surprised after seeing Mr. Salads one-shot the full 24 on this on stream one day.
All right, I can tip my hat to that.
All right, Paradise.
I don't know too much about this card, minus it being a smiley. I have played it, but several years ago at this point.
Well, to my recollection, the chart has not changed. You may find it familiar as you go. I think for the most part, This is a fairly relaxed 24.
Straightforward or the streamy of it?
Pretty straightforward. It kind of varies. You'll see some bursts. There's a little bit of mind dodge thrown in there. You're going to see some foot switches coming up. The defining characteristic of this chart is a series of 24th note bursts into a slowdown. All right, MCAT's picking up a couple of off judgments. She's kind of dragging just a little bit behind. Regardless of the pacer, the true deciding factor in this chart is yet to come. Leading into the series of 2 or 3 back-to-back, extremely fast bursts.
There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Ooh. Nice little 7-piece.
Yeah, Water Salads keeps the gold combo, it nails the transition, it nails the slowdown. Builds up a 2,000-point lead now with not much left in the chart. A 6-star on that intern image is very, very good.
I couldn't disagree. Little 9-piece. Just a casual hex. You can see where he got all of his perfects too.
Right at the burst. Well, I didn't really think to look at the remainder of the draw up until now, and MCAT has to put the pedal to the floor to keep up against Water Salads and make it all the way through the remainder of this chart.
I remember this being a fairly friendly 23 though. Cat getting fine.
Yeah, given that it's 194 BPM, very foot speed heavy. Lots of crossovers. An exquisite triple extreme from MCAT.
Water Salad locked in. Seeing red. Just seeing red. Well done. That was a good match.
As a very highly ranked player, very experienced.
Oh, they have
lots of effort working on charts. I think Water Salads has excellent top player discipline.
For sure.
And I feel like his run through that chart was largely effortless. You know, he's moving very little. He's very expressed, focused on it. He's staying within the window. He didn't look like he was stressing about maintaining it. But, you know, MCAT is no slouch in the tournament setting. A very strong player in her own right. And, you know, did not go down easy against a really strong opponent. And perhaps maybe for the better, given that the next thing that would have followed in that set is the beginning.
The beginning.
Yeah, wonderful to be so heavily exhausted from running the beginning, and then you have to do a center panel heavy chart dance boom boom. See the bracket. Let's take a look.
Grady and water salads, maybe?
Yeah,
it must
water
be.
salads, Grady, hints Jimbo. There's a part of me that wonders if. All right, we're doing water salads, Grady. We're rolling from one right into another. So yeah, that's our top 4.
Oh yeah, Final Four time.
And look at that. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Perfectly ordered.
I was looking at the prediction because you can like click a box and it'll like sort out what
Yes,
the matches are supposed to look like.
it is a Start GG feature which shows you the expected resolution of a bracket if all matches go according to their seed.
And they didn't, of course, but
That'd be boring. That'd be boring.
good job.
That's a card draw.
Oh, it sure is.
Uh-oh. The Ghost is going to play Brutalisphere. That song's going to start in 20 seconds. Uh-oh. Ooh, that's a spicy draw. And the Ghost is playing. Only for a split second. All right.
Give it your best. Select your difficulty.
MCAT's been playing phenomenally all day. TDR and SMX just quite literally ripping up the arrows today.
Absolutely. So now we get to see some water salads and Grady. I got them backwards. Let me fix that.
Ready?
All right. Thank you, Jai, for hopping on commentary. We're gonna
Everyone give it up to Jai Pie for holding down commentary.
pave the way for Jelly Slosh.
Finally out of the tournament, so I can hang out over here in the top 4 of our tournament.
The commentary desk is my favorite place to go after losing.
Oh yeah, it's always a very entertaining experience getting to bring the game to life for the viewers at home.
So anyway, welcome to the stream and drill set from hell. For game 1, Gargoyle returns.
Really key part about this is hitting these 30-second bursts coming up here.
All right, Water Salads comes out of that and will lead the start.
I believe Water Salads might have been the second person in the world to APC this.
He got this surprisingly recently.
Water Salads, he got it before the patch. Right before Jets got critical hit. But enough about that. Water Salads wrote a guide on Gargoyle on knowing when to start the drills exactly. As I jinxed him, of course.
Well, it's fine. He picks up a miss, but it looks like Grady picked one up earlier. So they're kind of even, and Water Salads is still winning the perfect battle from earlier in the song.
If you like 60-note streaming, this is a pretty comfy chart. Just got to watch out for the center panel to perform. And then coming up next, every player believes this is the hardest part of the entire song. This plus run we have. You see only in SMX. Perfect double stepping.
Water Salad misses 2 in the burst. Grady keeps it going.
Oh, pick it up early at the end. 80 points.
Grady is not happy about that outcome. But look at Water Salad's line. That is an accurate line befitting a player who has an APC on this chart.
That's like we've said, the game's never over till that last note passes through the step zone. Gonna take it a step back with Demon's World, Wild 22. Compared to Gargoyle, this is a little bit on the easier side. Probably looks like the easiest song of the entire draw, actually. So this one's going to come down for players at this level. It's going to be more of an accuracy battle compared instead of like a tech or a stamina battle.
Oh, yeah.
The rest of the set's going to be.
It's the power tool challenge. Jackhammer and drill.
And it looks like they're just looking for some cleaning supplies to just kind of wipe off the past. Yeah, the biggest part about this chart in particular is you need to be really good at drills to time this well. Fortunately, it's not too bad. The patterns aren't too bad.
Yeah. I think the other thing to keep in mind is leading into some of those repeated taps on the same note, those jackhammer patterns.
Oh, yeah.
They do have crossovers that lead into them. So I think there's a couple of times where you follow the pattern as intended, you are crossed over and then tapping with your foot that is crossed over, which can be a little uncomfortable if you're not familiar with that motion.
Yep, especially turning sideways like that. And I think there's some parts where there are some mines you have to watch out as well. They're very simple mines to watch out for, but so you got to be aware of them.
Yeah. It is still a chart that even at this level of play, even though it's far lower in difficulty than anything else we're seeing, it still demands your respect. All right, both players are locked in.
And there's the double taps that Pilot was referencing. Clean execution of that drill pattern.
I am a huge fan of those little piano garnishes. Such a fun song.
Part with the crossovers with a little bit of mines in there that it's very double steppable, so you gotta watch out for that up center patterns. You can easily lose your balance on that. Right, coming in the final run, Water Salads is regaining a slight lead over Grady, but execution both players getting a Hexar on that.
Yeah, well, after Water Salads kind of had a little bit of a rush, early on in the song. He got that drill at the end, perfect right when he needed it to close out.
And like as y'all see, these margins are razor thin on these.
Oh yeah.
Compared to the set draw, easier songs. Late line. Late line. I would say, based on paper, skill set wise, I would consider this one in Grady's favor. But you know, Watersal's on a hot streak right now.
He's taking a second to hydrate before this one. Yeah, this is quite frankly a brutal 25.
This is also, I believe, one of the earlier 25s featured in the game as well.
I think, in a sense, I would say it is straightforward. In the way that like repeated crossovers are straightforward. You can see the intent. That does not make it any easier to execute.
Now, these down center box patterns are pretty tough to hit. But Grady, perfect execution on that. And the crossover section coming up.
Yeah, the key thing with a run like that is you really leave one foot in one spot. Like you see most of that, you leave your foot on the down arrow, and then you kind of switch it to the right for the right arrow. So that's one way you can make those crossover runs a little more palatable, is by identifying what foot you anchor in place and then going from there.
Along with making sure your upper body is stable so that you're hitting these patterns clean.
Grady picks up a couple of misses there, but still in really close contention. He's keeping the lead throughout having a bunch of yellows throughout. He's bleeding a couple more off judgments. Water Salads is holding on to that gold combo for dear life. Oh, it's so close. All right, final run.
Yeah, doesn't let up. There's another long run here. I wonder if that's Water Salads' personal best.
Wow. $15 in tournament on the link line.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we're doing a little research. We believe that may be a new high score for Mr. Salads.
We're about to find out. And then we are waiting for hints to be available. However, he is currently playing DDR in the final pool.
Ah, wonderful.
It looks like, oh, DDR chat, thank you so much. About 100-ish points off his PB.
Wow, I can't believe you only got a 99.6 instead of a hex in tournament, Water Salads. Come on.
Yeah, only a 99.6. And for those tuning in now, we are at top 4 currently. Water Salads has taken that set 3-0 in some very crazy nail biter matches. Gargoyle flip leads at the very last freeze, basically.
Many matches this tournament have been true nail biters starting in pool 3.
Oh yeah.
So we've had some really good, intense competition. I don't think I could have asked for a more hype way for this tournament to play out, other than just, you know, more close matches. But I think we all want to eventually leave this round 1.
And then just so that, in case we're wondering where DDR is going, it looks like Hintz is playing in the 5th place match, losers quarterfinals against ZSL. ZSL is a Michigan local who plays no bar, and it's amazing to be in the top 5 spot as a no bar player in this super competitive DDR tournament.
Now, I'm not exactly the most up-to-date on Dance Dance Revolution as a whole, let alone Michigan's local scene, but I do believe, with the exception of Pac Rob, everyone left in is a Michigan local.
Yep. Left over, we have ML Jesus, ZSL and Hintz going on right now.
and Breves.
Reeves, yes.
Who is currently
They're currently playing
in
right
combat with Pakarov.
If you all is watching DDR, I believe the stream link is MCAT Dance and Jake Star Games. I don't know exactly offhand the spelling of the URLs for that, but if you look at the Love Arcade event page, then you can see check out the DDR action.
But of course, you're here because you love 5-panel games like StepManiaX. Well, that being said, I need a moment of respite on my side, so I will hop off the mic for now. And
All right, so here's what we got. Indignation, To Your Beat, Beethoven Virus, Paradise, Personal Reality, Show You, and Destiny. And let me see who's got special actions available to them. It looks like Jimbo has used a pocket pick. He picked Black Magic and Scrady earlier. He can still redraw a single song, or he can redraw the entire set. Which the way I use song redraw is if there's something I really don't want, I use it as like another veto, which it could be Schrodinger's redraw, which could be worse or better for me.
Yeah, that's a good strategy.
And then Hintz has all three available to him. But a lot of players have opted to choose not to use some of these actions. They were pretty much happy with the draws they got.
Means they're well practiced on all the songs.
So looks like we got a full set redraw here.
Pain. Determinator.
I just heard Andrew is gonna, Hintz is gonna veto Paradise.
Jimbo's about to veto Determinator with the quickness.
Wait, have they protected already? I think they, I think they actually have to protect first.
Oh. I thought you just said he vetoed something though.
Oh, I think he's thinking about it. Oh yeah. They're discussing the Red October 2024 final song of Cowbell Rock, where Hintz got one on it and lost. You know, a lot of people, I feel like one on Cowbell Rock should be enough to win the match, but
against
Jimbo,
basically everybody, yeah.
Jimbo was just locked in that weekend. Like, he had plot armor.
Yeah, he took a Senzu beat or something.
Yeah, nobody was beating Jimbo that specific day. If we played Red October again on a different day, someone else could have definitely taken the event too. That's how stacked it was.
He was on one.
Oh, Jimbo has chosen to protect Cowbell Rock again. He's going to run it back.
Nice.
And I think most of us would have expected to see Hintz choose the hardest song in the set, since Jimbo, relative to his peers, isn't as strong on the 26s. He's by no means bad at them. He could beat pretty much 99% of the population on Determinator, but at that 1% level, every advantage counts.
Yeah, foot speed is not his forte. Explains why he vetoed Paradise as well. And Andrew has vetoed Holy Guacamole.
All right. So we got our final set here of Cowbell Rock, Determinator, and then the three neutral songs are Accelerate, Go, and Got the Rhythm.
Okay.
There's a good chance that Jimbo's going to want to warm up. I don't know if Hintz might do it just to kind of, coming from DDR, to kind of get used to SMX again.
Time will end.
I'm going to hand this off to Pilot to commentate. Do you want to stay quick?
Yeah, I can stay.
All right. Going to have Grady and Pilot to commentate our winners final.
StepManiaX, as they reach the end of the moving lines to the beat of the music. Music selection. Okay. Options.
all right, I'm back.
Here's our set. Cowbell Rock, Determinator, Accelerate, Goat, Got the Rhythm. At Red October, this past October,
Yes.
Jimbo upscored Got the Rhythm 3 times in the tournament.
And I also remember Jimbo's very legendary Cowbell Rock APC.
Mm-hmm.
So let's Let's see what he can pull out here. And what's his tag again?
And I don't think I heard this yet today.
No. And I don't think it's really going up and draw either.
Oh yeah, moving. Lace up your shoes. Moving. 1, 2, here we go.
Andrew opting to do the hard start. He's just been playing DDR for the last like an hour and a half.
Yeah, the last thing I saw from him playing DDR was a Chaos Terror Tech Challenge. And really going at it. Very close match with CSL there.
Yeah, Jimbo is totally dry. Like not a drop of sweat. So we've got to exert a little bit of this warm-up to get going.
Can't stop, won't stop, let's jam tonight. It's Sam I am that is on the mic. Do your routine with all your might. Never give up till you get it right. Left, right, up, down, in front to back. All the dancing experts where you at.
All right, let's have.
Work it out and I settle.
All right. I also think, I don't know if we've had a 26 yet in the tournament. It looks like the Terminator might be our first one to play.
I did see the beginning in a draw, but I don't think it got played.
No, that was in a Water Salads match, I think, 1-3-0, so it didn't show up. Might have been MCAT Water Salads. The other thing I'm really impressed with looking at the tracker for who has what special actions available to them, Hintz still has his pocket pick. So he's
everything.
The only remaining player who's got one to leverage. So very, very strong position to be in.
All right. We're about to get started.
Cool. Game 1 on Cowbell Rock. Not surprised to see Jimbo take this as a protect, given he famously won on it at Red October. Very syncopated song, very quirky in its patterning.
Andrew with the 2 perfect, 3 perfects already.
I can't blame him for having difficulty switching between triplet gallops and 16ths like the song does constantly.
Even going back and forth from DDR to SMX can be a little jarring, so I get it. James, StepManiaX with the APC still.
I think it's something everybody needs more.
A little bit of an uncharacteristic rush from him, but still holding on to the lead ever so slightly. When you're white combo up until that point, you really get a lot of room to work.
We got a late. Andrew's ahead right now, and a miss.
Yeah, I was looking at his feet during that section, and he went really far on his toes, which I can imagine if he's hitting like the dead center of the panel away from every sensor where they are on the edge, that probably contributed.
Andrew just basically got a not miss, and he's good. The last 4 arrows are kind of tricky. All right.
Off that little rough section with the up-down center gallop pattern, Hintz took the lead and held it until the very end, so he's going to take game 1 on Jimbo's Protect. That's a great place to be.
Mm-hmm.
Your reward is Determinator.
Andrew also got 3 perfects on Accelerate 2 days ago on this machine. So, looking good for Andrew. Jimbo's got to give it his all here.
so you can probably see it from the preview, but for those of you at home who are less familiar, the Terminator's primary feature are these very fast sextuplet bursts. You need some ridiculous foot speed to hit it. It is one of the fastest things in the game, and it is sustained. So it's not like Monody or Gargoyle's 30-second burst, where it's like very brief. You just need to really lock in for a single set of notes. You have to sustain very high notes per second for measures at a time.
Good 5 seconds.
Oh yeah.
And that it's not really a rhythm. It's like a violin rhythm or something that it goes to, but it's not. it's not falling on the quarter note, 8th note, 16th note, 24th note grid. It's kind of a mess.
You just need foot speed. You need the internal metronome to do it, and you need the physical stamina to not completely burn out on energy doing so. So. Hinz, though, has a really strong history working on all these 26s. He has been known to go for Blood Rush Protects and Pocket Picks. So I definitely believe he's picking this with the full confidence that he can absolutely rip a crazy score mid-tournament. But we will see. It starts out fairly tame, I would say, for a 26. Not that there's any tame section of 26.
Some of the center panel patterns still mess me up, like in this part. So tricky.
Oh yeah. Especially where you need to like twist off of them to hit a pattern. Very difficult, but Jimbo picks up some unfortunate off judgments. I think he missed one bracket and took a whole hell note's worth of points missed. It's still holding on to a good goal combo. All right, coming into the first set of 24th bursts.
Yeah, it looks like Andrew's ahead by about 200. Okay, he's APCing the bursts. What? That was nasty.
That's the kind of performance I expect from someone who'd willingly protect the Terminator. But I think the burst alone, not that bad. You got a little bit of downtime. It is this death run you need to be worried about.
Nice.
All right, starts it really early, but gets back on track. Builds up a 6,000 point lead, and Jimbo can
He's like, all right, I've had enough. Oh, we see a full combo.
All right, there's one more run, but I think it's the easiest of any of these permutations.
Oh, he rushed it, but he got the full combo. Very well done. Full comboing by 26 in a tournament is non-trivial.
The full comboing the Terminator, because you can very easily not lift your feet up enough and just get held misses like crazy, but Hinz came to play. He's first seed for a reason. He wants to prove it.
2-0.
Off to the side, a little out of view of camera, or maybe just in view of camera. You've got other people looking on in disbelief.
Gotta go slower. Song 3.
Accelerate. Really great chart.
These first 5 arrows are notoriously hard to time.
Light work for players of these caliber. I definitely think one of the hardest things to really nail down about this chart, right at the beginning, you have a lot of cross-unders. So following the pattern as intended, you have one foot crossing under the other. And if you're not really mindful, especially a habit I personally have and I think other players have, if you turn your feet way too much in anticipation, you can very easily rest on the wrong panel and easily stream earlies that way. But
Yep.
Hinz has got through that intro of all those cross-unders nice and clean. Jimbo's not too far behind, probably only a few perfects.
Andrew's looking real comfortable.
All right, coming into this section here, the roll disguises this kind of foot switch into a double step pattern.
Song gets a little bit later here. Andrew. No way.
Hold.
Oh. Oh my goodness. One perfect.
Andrew, you won the set, but at what cost? And at what cost? After all the hard stuff. Oh my god.
That is very crazy.
But I'm certain that's still a score you can walk away super proud of. Ripping 1 in tournament on a 24.
100%.
Yeah, I would have popped off.
Score of the tournament so far.
I would have made the volume thing in OBS go red if he had gotten that APC. I was ready.
All right. We have Jimbo and Water Salads next.
And I think Hintz is off back to DDR to continue his run in that game.
Yeah, he's about to play losers semis.
Oh no, Lightning, you pulled up the score browser site just to see how that went.
Oh my God, no way.
I think
Is he here?
I think I'm gonna tell him when he's like really, really out of it after a little bit of partying.
Yeah,
We'll
okay,
probably do this weekend.
I'll let you tell him. That's funny.
We're gonna wait until he doesn't remember it.
That is devastating.
You're gonna make me open the graph. All right. No. No. He was early by a millisecond.
So painful.
No.
Oh my.
Speaking of, a very significant shout out to Mr. Desktop Man, who has provided the score browser website and the ability to provide a very detailed breakdown of the timing graph that you see on the results screen and in your mobile app if you generate the score
In the
image.
mobile app too, okay. Nice.
So when you're in the mobile app and you copy a score link to share,
Yeah.
that little square image it also includes the timing graph. So very useful. In fact, I think if I go ahead and change this over. Yeah, you can pull out a little.
So I knew that was there, but you can't like pick up the timing from that.
No, but it looks like there is a intermediate third-party site which can give you just a little bit more detail. I think this
That's
information is not stored with a great granularity, so you wouldn't be able to get anything super informative out of it, but look at that yellow. You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
All right, they've drawn songs. Look at that, got the rhythm again.
Hang on. I did not get the right scene. My bad.
Pretty good.
Well, yes, Lightning. It is presumable that any information which we receive is not at the fine-grained level which the game records. I have full faith the game itself is doing everything it needs to do to be accurate to the game.
And our brother in wrenches.
Taking a look at that.
Jimbo's using his one-song redraw on Personal Reality 25. It was Link Line. It got redrew too, so
Jimbo just
he does not seem very happy about that.
Verbally responded to that occurrence by saying that that's even worse. Hang on. If I switch over to the bracket team, you can see some of the draw. I don't want to mess with the size of this in case we need to pull up bracket later.
Now you can see almost all of it.
The one thing you cannot see from this preview is Jimbo protects Galactical, which goes to the far left of the draw. Water Salads protects Link Line. If my opponent made that verbal exclamation and I had a Link Line as good as Water Salads earlier, I would do the same.
That's happened to me before. Like, I didn't know this song was going to be in the tournament. It was a DDR tournament, and they were using a different version of data. I was like, this shouldn't be in the game. What the? And my opponent was Kevbo, and he's like, we're going to play this. Thanks, Kevin. Good times.
Surprise.
Yeah. So, note to anybody who's going to be in a tournament in the future, just stoic, like stone face. Every song is good.
You heard nothing.
All right, we got our set.
Cool. You know, Jimbo's making me proud going for Galactical. That's my pocket pick of choice nowadays. Or at least one of the many charts which I can pull from my infinite well of nonsense I have memorized effectively. If you're very confident in that chart, I think it's a very good thing to pick against someone who doesn't have a lot of experience
It's so
and knowledge
slow.
on it.
It's so easy to rush.
Very easy to rush. Very, like, weirdly technical.
So, you ready to become a StepManiac? Hard.
That's okay. Thank you for everything you do. You're great. Yeah. Conversely, I think Water Salads, in opposition to Jimbo's Galactical pick, which is definitely like a very chart knowledge kind of thing, I think Link Line's a good thing to pick for Water Salads, given that he demonstrated he can rip an incredible score on it.
Yeah.
That's like a world-class talent, personal best.
Yeah, I don't even know if he has the Hex Star on it.
He does.
He does, yeah. I thought Jimbo was singing the song for a second. It's a good song. I wouldn't blame him.
This is a great addition to the game. Yeah, great song, great chart. But unfortunately a little easy for, well, certainly it's still valid for draw, but I think we're at the point in the tournament where most players are going to eliminate the easiest stuff in the draw, I feel, because it's a risk for if you get something errant or you have a minor lapse in form, you're just going to lose it outright. I've never paid attention to Jimbo setting his speed mod. That's going to be very interesting if he's a habitual X mod player, which seems to be the impression I got from just that selection of songs.
Yeah, I think he likes to get close to 500, but 500's a little fast, so if the next mod's closer, he'll take it.
So, Galactical Wild. This is a very slow chart, and I think because so much of this kind of has this like chiptune synthy overlay, it kind of runs a little ahead of the percussion. So I think it's really, really easy to rush for that reason. Otherwise, it is a kind of very esoteric tech chart. It has little pieces of text strewn throughout. It's got these bracket patterns you need to be mindful of, and the second most stops in the game at around 11. All right, Jimbo picks up a miss on those stomps and is not hitting the center hard enough to register. But yeah, you can see there's like that quirky little single triplet thrown in. And then this section, which is like a crossover bracket stream where you need to kind of orient what foot is anchored in place. Water Salads, though, keeping up the gold combo is a very slight point lead, though. I think Jimbo could probably still swing it around in the back half here.
Looks like around 350 points.
Yeah, one unforced error from Water Salads would make that difference up.
There's the lifts at the end, which can trouble everybody, myself included.
Yep, so from the very end, little bracket tap on center, jump, and then make sure you position yourself for the lift. If you're going for score on this and you're worried about those lift jumps at the end ruining your score, my recommendation is to either shimmy your feet up such that only your heels or your toes are on the edges of the panel, and then you just have to do a quick little lift, because if you try and do a full body jump, you have to squat a little before you jump.
Weight into your feet before you go up, yeah.
And then you will always go later than you expect. There you go. There's your Galactical Masterclass. You don't even need to buy it for exorbitant amounts of money on Skillshare. All you have to do is watch SMX spots. And you
Now
can
you know
learn
how to play.
what world-class players are doing.
Learning by osmosis.
All right. Let me go ahead and credit Mr. Salads with his well-deserved win. So I'm trying to think here. If Jimbo wants a path to victory, if he does not get the link line win, he has to go through the rest of the set to get there. So I'm kind of wondering if he's going to hold back a little on this just to save some energy for the rest of the set, because the set does taper off in difficulty.
No, he's going all out.
He wants it. He needs it.
Something happened at DDR.
Something happened at DDR. Please tell me Hints won by like 1 EX.
It's a tie.
Tie?
There's a tie on Endymion, yeah.
All right, Water Salads is green. He made some kind of mistake, but we were too busy trying to figure out what was going over at DDR.
I think it's about a 100-point deficit.
We're going to get a stop, so we'll know for certain soon. Yeah, it's like
about 100,
points.
yeah.
Oh no, Water Salads, what you doing?
He destroyed the ending run when he played earlier, so.
Oh, it's so close. It's so uncomfortably close. It's going to come down to the final run. Jimbo, don't rush it. No.
Yep.
Oh
my God. That looked like it traded back and forth in the last 3 arrows.
I cannot believe Water Salad sustained enough damage from 3 misses that 17 to 45 was close.
Dang. Water Salads. 2-0. William Tell. Third song is William Tell.
That has to go in the museum of it's not over till it's over.
All right, what do we got in William Tell? There's a stop right at the start, which is kind of hard to time.
Yeah, very, very awkward stop into a little bit of gallops, and then I really think this chart's defining feature are these very, very long towers at the end. And of course, it wouldn't be a William Tell Overture cover without good old Tell jumps. So those show up just at the very end. They're not strewn throughout like it's in the Groove 1, but...
Right. Those are non-trivial, too. It's easy to mess those up.
Yeah, and I specifically believe the implementation of those in this song is its center panel or like a side arrow into a center panel and side arrow bracket. So it's very hard to kind of cheat that, if you will. You can't bracket it, you can't do much about it. You really need to get a single step on. And I think if you try to go for 30 seconds at 170,
yeah, I think I've tried that before and it's not consistent.
You're looking for insane foot speed.
Yeah. All right, song 3.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so it's like a 4-beat stop and it's on the end. Yeah, Jimbo SNX got a slight lead going into it, but you're going to have to be very careful to save your energy. You got to do step jumps. You got to do gallops. Lots of things that can tire you out before very long towers of drills right at the very end.
Jimbo's kept it pretty much clean since the first perfect. All right, the runs start here.
They're very like box pattern runs.
Oh, water salads with an early.
All right, got the line dodge off, and tower
Jimbo
time.
just got a bunch of earlies there. Oh, Jimbo just lost it. Very well done by Water Salads.
That's a respectable run from Jimbo. I cannot blame anyone for losing their footing right at the end there.
Those runs change on the 8th note instead of the quarter note, and it's very tricky to do.
Yeah.
Jimbo for top 3 in SMX. Woo! And with that, Water Salad.
But yeah, Jimbo can still be very happy about a 3rd place finish. It's
Absolutely.
It's no Red October, but that's a very good performance for a very, very top-heavy tournament we had here today. We got a DX cab, just like this one.
Are y'all ready to see this draw for grand final?
And we are about to draw
All right, give me
for
the draw.
grand finals.
Paint a beautiful picture for me, Jelly Slush.
All right, so here I am. I'm looking off to my right. We got Exotica, The Last Time, 7 Trip, Personal Reality, Shusha, Melancholy Vision, and Rad.
All right,
What
one
is
of you
that?
guys use your whole set redraw. We saw like 90% of the set already. Let's get something fresh in here. Where's the noise?
So kind of the eyes over here, drawn to Personal Reality, right in the middle. The lone 25 in this set.
Yeah, we actually have not seen Personal Reality. I think it was you who used your single song redraw to get rid of it.
And get another 25 in its place.
I overheard you going like, that's even worse. It was so
Yes,
funny.
it was. Did a lot better than I thought I would have on Lane Klein. Just missed it right at the very end. So we're
Well,
listening to the players right over there.
We're gonna see. I believe Hints has every single action available to him. And Water Salads.
Having played against Water Salads, he does not have his pocket pick, and he does not have his full redraw. I believe he still has his single
Yes.
redraw.
So we do have access to
Yes,
the
we do.
spreadsheet
It's-
used to track that.
Oh,
and we
look
can
at this.
confirm that that is the situation. So Hints has a veritable arsenal of tools to adjust the card draw, and he's in Winterside Grand, so he gets a little bit of extra room there. So if he drops a set, he gets another chance at life. That's how double elimination brackets work.
Yes.
You're not out till you lose twice, and Hints has lost 0 times.
0 times. And I also like to highlight the fact he's been playing in multiple tournaments all day today. I think there's been the only times I've seen him off of the machine is if he's doing maintenance on some of the pads over here. 'Cause don't forget, Hints works at round 1 here, as crazy as
Yeah.
that sounds, and
Well,
he does a fantastic job bringing this to all of us
There was
here.
the pad maintenance breaks, and there was the Olive Garden break, which the Olive Garden break was interrupted by pad maintenance. So,
I mean, he does a lot, and everybody
All right.
here in the Michigan
So it
crew.
looks like
Redrawing Exotica.
All right, so I'm just told Exotica being redrawn for a critical hit. Well, I don't know about that one.
that's hard.
That's luck of the draw.
Well, we've seen it in the S'more Showcase. You saw it earlier with me and MCAT. Should be pretty familiar at this point.
So we see a protect, by the way, on Personal Reality by Water Salads.
I was going to say, Hints going for a pocket pick on Go 60 Go is not a surprise. He is very familiar with that chart, and he has an APC on it.
I've seen him do this in multiple venues.
It was his second 24.
Second 24.
You know,
Out of all
I
the
think
other 24s
there's
like
probably
Mothership.
a lot of people who have many 24s that don't have this chart, and Hints decided one day he was going to roll up and one-shot it.
I mean, Mothership, Rainbow Rave Parade, but you just do Go 60 Go? Come on. That's not fair. All right, so
I think we got Stars first.
we
I
have
wanna
the
say.
set right over here.
I think
The
Stars.
last time in 7 Trip were vetoed by Water Salads and Hints, respectively. And what we have here, as we get a picture of our grand finalists right up top, Water Salads and Hints. Here's what we're looking at the set right over here.
All right.
Now, let's remind everybody at home of the rules.
I'm sorry, Mr. Audio Coaster, but I want to be back in the picture.
There we go.
I want to be back. It's
Jimbo
me.
SMX, pilot off to my left.
Good evening, everyone. This is your pilot speaking.
Oh, I see what you did there.
We are on course for a nice, hype grand finals.
So let's remind everybody of the grand finals rules. 5 songs right over here. Hints is your top seed. Water Salad is your 4th seed coming out of the losers bracket. Water Salad must take this set in order to force one more decisive grand final set. Easier said than done, though, given the top seeded Hints is living up to his top seed, not only on SMX, but multiple other games. Just doesn't seem like he's had a break. He's very warm right now. Now, Water Salads, I just played him. He just played multiple times before as well, so he's going to come in pretty warm. Looks like we got a half song warm up here at Robot World.
So I just yelled at him to do the spin, and he gave me a little nod. So here's hoping.
Let's see what happens here. So a little bit of a break here to set the stage for what should be a very exciting grand finals matchup here. Got an APC going. 1/3 of the song, no yellow perfects. That's why he's in grand finals.
I mean, Water Salads has held a pacer on things far harder than a wild 19.
It's just the way the top 8 has been in general. Look, he's spinning. There he does. Woo! He has done the spin.
Sorry for peaking the speakers for everyone at home.
This boy, you gotta finish it out. I'll allow it. Supposed to only do a half song warm up. I don't think anybody minds here. Now 3/4 through the song, and we got an APC going.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Nailed it.
It's just like my old band director at high school used to say, count your measures of rest.
Oh, yes. Someone in high school band myself, totally understand that. Oh, man, loses the APC right in the end, but I don't think anybody minds. Beautiful spins right over there, very entertaining.
They're the spins. Finally, someone has done the spins. We've had so many charts with spins this tournament, not a single spin.
So as you can see,
there we go.
Can't really see it on camera right behind, but we got a pretty big crowd built around the middle of round 1 bowling and entertainment here in Auburn Hills, Michigan.
Yeah, so it's a little difficult to see from here, but we got the SMX cabinet, and then next to it is 2 DDR whites, and so we got the whole crowd coalesced right between the 2 white cabs, so that's a good viewing angle for grands and for whatever else is to come for DDR.
And this is just this section of this arcade, and if you've never been to a round 1 before, this is just maybe 10% of the arcade area. Even way behind these machines, a bunch of racing games. You got other rhythm games like Beatmania 2DX, Music Rider, just in our surrounding area. Of course, you got a big bowling alley. What a great venue for a fantastic event.
Oh yes, absolutely. And yes, DDR Chad, you did point it out correctly. S'more does like to ghost other players and follow the charts along for additional practice. I also do enjoy. We got some folks in the way, but there's one of the music cabinets is visible in the camera. And as some of the B-Hop Ball crowd found out, it's just the right height for like a DDR bar.
Yes.
And so you could probably see in some of the other videos, myself included, a bunch of us are shadowing charts.
Oh, I did this
with
too. And you know, it's a very important strategy, especially when all of your dance games are pretty much being used regularly throughout the day. You can't really warm up in between, so you have to find ways to warm up.
We've got a team chart warm up.
This is the first? Well, how about this?
Now, it's not technically a first because last Love Arcade had a prize incentive to do warm-ups on teams, and I definitely took it myself for me versus Shinobi.
Wow. At the end of the day, all about fun at the end of the day.
Here's a little team showcase for you all.
So for those of you at home who've never seen teams before, Water Salads in the black shirt has to step on the pink arrows, while Hints in the Buster Squad white t-shirt has to step on the blue arrows no matter where they are. So yes, you are going across pads at any given moment. You've got to avoid colliding with each other. You have to read a lot slower than you typically have to do to just be able to anticipate what's coming up.
You don't have to read slower. You can read fast if you want.
Well,
doesn't mean it'll work out for you though. All right.
And they just get through it. So what a great way to set the stage over here for grand finals. In the black t-shirt.
Team mode warm-up is such a vibe at the Love Arcade.
Black t-shirt, we got Water Salad. White t-shirt, we got Hints. Hints your top seed. If he wins this best of 5 set,
look at that, see? The Love Arcade. We love it here.
Champion. So there's the order of the songs right at the bottom of your screen at home. Go 60 Go being Hints' pocket pick, and fittingly we're opening up
Hints
first.
is just like, all right, you had your fun. Now it's time to go 60 Go.
And I said it before, he's been playing all day. And he's just waltzing up to grand finals, just picking up right where he left off. It takes a lot of stamina just to get through one
I'll tell
tournament.
you the truth, like, he doesn't even look that sweaty.
Yeah.
He looks like unbothered by the fact that he's about to play Go 60 Go.
And this is why he's in grand finals with Water Salad. And what a great run for Water Salad out of a brutal losers bracket too. But here we are. Go.
If Water Salads can get through 2 set wins to take this tournament, he's deserved it. But real quick, not yet. Towel liner.
Yeah, we got a setup over here, so you can see.
Oh my God, 0-point tie.
Here another tie. Yeah, you probably see it on screen there. Putting the towels up on the bars just for some extra support there. But here we are now, take 2.
Here come all the Michigan locals rooting for Hints in the chat. You know what? I'm rooting for Hints too. Well, let's go.
And again, those are not 16s, those are 64s. The yellow ones are 16s, the teal ones are 64s, staggered from the traditional 16 first.
Well, Hints, no surprise, has got amazing chart knowledge on this and holding out to a little lead coming out of that very opening beginning.
Still anybody's song right over here. Foot switches. Oh, and it looks like
Water Salad's picked up a miss.
Not only that, Hints is still with a gold combo. So a little bit of breathing room here for Hints, but I stress to you, it is far from over. Anything can happen with the rest of the song. You're going to see some foot switches come up very soon here. That bracket 16. And watch this minefield. Foot switches into jackhammers. That's a foot switch. That's not. Lots going on there that you have to be aware of. You have to also put your foot inside of the center panel and not lift or drop your heel too much, otherwise you're getting early.
Listen to this guy. He knows these charts better than I do. And I thought I was the chart knowledge commentator guy. But yeah, Hints is on a crazy pacer right now.
Just about a 1,000 point lead.
Water Salads picks up a mine.
Keep in mind, Water Salads has had a fantastic run all day.
It's just very simple, straightforward outro, but there are some crossovers here that you'll probably want to commit to and follow the pattern.
They're hitting them as crossovers too, and Hints takes song 1.
Yeah, 99-6.
And still, imagine the 99-100 as a losing song. That's still a very good score from Water Salad.
Listen, both those scores are crazy, and Water Salads has a slightly better perfect game, but you can't ignore the mine hit as well. Right on that one stop, he had clipped the leftmost arrow for that, and the early and the 2 misses.
So Hints up 1-0. Hints takes 2 more songs. He is your Love Arcade 2 champion. Let's see, will Water Salads come back on his protect of personal reality to even up the series over here?
Like, you know, if Water Salads takes like 7 songs, he's the Love Arcade champion. So.
And this song, you're gonna hear, you kind of hear it from the preview. Those 30-second rhythms, yeah, you're gonna see them as steps.
So I'm gonna tell the thing I always say when the song comes up in tournament. If you're watching at home, try and mentally follow along. Alternate your feet perfectly to this chart and see how quickly you get twisted up like a pretzel. This chart's crazy, but it does resolve perfectly. So if you've got the absolute cojones to do all those twists and turns, you will be rewarded with one of the most interesting tech charts in this game. But quite frankly, I think it would be surprising if these players stuck to it. I think they'll probably stick to double stepping where comfortable and then doing the turns when necessary against center panel and some of those other patterns where double stepping can be really, really punishing.
And you also have to keep the end game in mind. A very long 30-second run to close it out. So you almost have to kind of conserve enough energy just so you can go all out at that very end of the song. Which is, like I said, 30 seconds at the BPM that you see here,
now,
112.
It is only 102 BPM.
Oh,
so,
excuse me, 102 BPM, correction.
You know, I think like, okay, it's a smidge faster than like the ending of Paranoid and probably about on par with like some of the faster like Mashibe Supremacy songs.
But now because of that half BPM of Paranoid roughly, you're going to see red, blue, yellow, and orange as opposed to just the red, blue, and yellow 16s as we're about to get off and running here at Personal
That is the
Reality.
quantization for 30 seconds.
Very, very straightforward here. You expect both players to come out of here unscathed, and that's exactly what's happened so far. Both players with a late combo.
Oh, and it should come as no surprise to anyone. This chart is very, very syncopated.
So if you look at the combo, for those of you at home, it is a white 160 combo. Now it's turned gold on Water Salad Side. He just picked up his first yellow perfect. Hinch is flawless right now. He's got an APC going to about 40K. Come on.
Hey, what can I say? He's
here you go. He just picked up.
Wait, they're like
an early right at there, and now see anything can happen on a whim right over here. A Hinch with a slight lead even despite that.
All right, Water Salad's actually slightly in the lead here, but
now Water Salad just
there is so much complex patterning remaining yet in the chart, so the lead could swing at literally any moment.
Both players flawless through that 16 first. At that angle, it just comes out of nowhere. They were ready for it. Water Salad's hanging on right over here. You can see the flashing gold score, 87K.
All right, it's largely an unbroken run until the end. Now culminating at 30-second.
Here it comes.
Boom, and
Hinch takes it right at the end. See, what do we say? Nothing's over till the last note.
It ain't over till it's over. That's a
wow, what a swing of events right over here.
36 points difference.
36 points difference.
And identical timing. I just think Hinch is just a little smidge tighter.
And you can see now a big 2-0 lead as opposed to a 1-1 tie just in the end there. So now Hinch is one song away from being crowned your Love Arcade.
You know what you got to do now, Hinch? You got to deal the kill and blow. Land that critical hit.
So, you know, being in a situation like this is very tough to come back from down 2 songs to nothing. Because if you're Hinch right now, you're thinking, I just have to win one of these last 3 songs to be crowned Love Arcade 2 champion. Now on the flip side,
all right,
you pull a reverse sweep in terms of what Water Salad is still on the
is,
table.
Your Water Salad's metaphorical gun to your head. You got to win critical hit.
Yes.
And never mind like whatever else remains in the set, because man, I would not want to be on any of those songs. Okay, maybe I'll be on Rad because I'm pretty confident in that, but those are not the kinds of things I would want to be in a Game 3 situation or Game 5 situation on.
Elimination song, critical hit, grand finals. Tournament life on the line over here. I mean, could you drawn this up any better? So now, critical hit. You saw it before when Smori played it, but now you're going to see both players grab the bar and hold on for dear life on those foot switches. Plenty of foot switches, plenty of 30-second rhythms over here. Another thing where anything can happen and it won't be decided till the end.
Quite frankly, Hinch is a terrifying opponent to go up against critical hit because I had alluded to it earlier. Hinch has a lot of experience with the upper end of this game, and he is confident enough to be pocket-picking Blood Rush.
Yes.
So when it comes to charts that lean into this kind of like modern StepMania custom or in the groove custom charting meta, critical hit up there. I think Blood Rush is the pinnacle of like implementation of those technical patterns in this game. And Hinch is so confident enough in that he will pocket pick it. So I do not see critical hit as a kind of a lesser cousin of Blood Rush, if you will, being anything that he would be terrified of. It does come down to execution.
Hinch close it out right here. Well, Water Salads force a song for. It starts now. Both players flawless through that bracket at the very beginning there. Doing the crossovers too. As Water Salads picks up a few yellow perfects, but still
By the
with
way,
striking
a
distance.
little fun fact. We talked about how much foot speed is required for that run. But personal reality, this has 30-second modes, even faster.
And look at Hints with that, again, ever slight lead. Because now watch, you're going to see foot switches when you're going to have to hit that one arrow with one foot, but two different feet, I should say.
All right,
Those roller
Salads.
foot switches as well.
All right, so Water Salads is leaning a little bit. He missed the end of the roll. He's getting some held misses. I think he hit a mine at least somewhere. Hintz is blocked in. He's focused.
I mean, given what he's been doing on the other machines, what's another song? What's another song for Hints? It is just remarkable. He's still gold. Keep in mind how much he's played. Looks like he's got about a 1,000 point lead. Now comes the part where he's trying to close it out as his lead approaches the 2,000. Still
right,
gold right over here.
Little saxophone solo. And with the last few notes in this song, your Love Arcade 2025 champion Hints.
What a phenomenal run for Hints.
Oh, wow.
And as you can hear,
A 99-4 on critical hit to close out the tournament.
has he broken a sweat yet? Might see a little bit of perspiration on his face, but given how much he's played today, multiple games, DDR. Again, for those of you who are just joining us, Hints has been on a roll, not just in StepManiaX, but in all of these other tournaments. Just to go back and forth between timing windows in DDR white cabs, StepManiaX cabinets, Pump It Up cabinets, you have to adjust the timing between those.
I want to share a little bit of insight I shared earlier in the stream, which is Hints has been improving at this game astronomically fast. And he has really cemented himself as, I think, genuinely one of this game's top players overall, especially in the tournament
100%
setting.
in the conversation. And what a run for Water Salads here, coming from the
I think this is Water
New
Salads'
England area.
like first major tournament appearance in a hot minute, and he did some damage. Second place.
So we actually played a little local tournament at his home area of DX Arcade in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's like.
Oh, they're calling me up on stage right now.
Go ahead. Appreciate the commentary. I got it from
Thank
here.
you so much.
I'm not good enough to be in the awards ceremony immediately, so I will continue to give you some useful context while we hand out the awards. Jimbo, Water Salads, Grady, I think maybe one other person, they played a little local tournament at a DX venue, and I don't quite remember the results of that, but certainly for major tournaments, I think the last time I saw Water Salads at one was Eclipse 2023. So what a way to come back after such a lengthy hiatus, over a calendar year in duration, and just absolutely nail it. So huge props to our top four.
Lift up just a little bit. The computer's blocking you. Yeah, that works. Awesome. Sorry. All right, 1, 2, 3.
All right, I had to take a brief second to get up there for a little top 8 photo, which of course I am very honored to have made top 8 here, and joined by my fellow top 8 competitor, Jelly Slosh.
Hide that.
So,
what a crazy tournament we had today.
You know, it's not every day that you expect basically a little local somewhere around the United States to turn into a showcase of incredible top talent, but we got a hell of a tournament here, and Hintz getting a very well-deserved first place win on his home turf.
Yep, Hintz at the bigger events has fell short at second place quite a few times with some of these other players. So he got his revenge match against Jimbo, he got his revenge match against Water Salads.
1 second, we're closing out. We'll be right there.
Yeah, no, Hintz has been doing a lot of damage in these tournaments for a very long time, and I think it's well-earned for him to finally close it out, especially right here on his home turf. And, you know, Water Salads, Jimbo, Grady, those are not small names.
Nope.
It's not like he's bowling over low-level players. He really proved himself today.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like MCAT's handing out Bending Grid CDs to the top 8. Is there another photo op?
Well, I'm not sure, but you guys will not be totally present while we got to take the group photos with everyone here.
I guess we'll be back. We got to take the Bending Grid CD photos.
The Bending Grid CD photos. All right, we'll be right back again. Hang on, we're in a little logistical quagmire figuring out what we're doing for photos.
Photo ops, yeah. We will make sure Bending Grid knows that we got these CDs. I don't think we need top 8. I think top 4 can just do it, right? And plus the TO.
Do you want all top 8 or just the top 4?
I can hear you ready, sir?
You can just do the top 4. Do you want to be included with this? Is it the TO?
No,
Cindy is bringing the light right now.
All right, so we got top 4 with the Bending Grid CDs. Once again, Bending Grid was one of our featured sponsors for the tournament stream. They provide us with some physical CDs and a cassette, to my knowledge.
1, 2, 3.
All right, I want to say we're done with photo ops now.
Yeah. So anyway, just to kind of wrap up
Take
my
it
thought.
to the max. Select your different.
Yeah, we're going to go into some casual play for games now, but you guys don't have to hear that at home. Well, that being said,
we still got top 3 of DDR to watch next.
Yes, so we should really hit the raid button on Twitch and send you guys over. So while Jelly Slosh is setting it up, just want to say, this has been an amazing tournament. I'm very thrilled to have commentated almost the entire tournament at the way things are going.
Pilot's been here since the morning, since before 11 a.m. commentating.
I was here to kick things off. And I think I did
pretty tough to do.
Almost all of every pool, just with breaks in 3 and 4 to run off and do stuff. So it's been an honor. I'm very excited to have brought you all through this really exciting event for almost 12 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Woo, we were busy
Great
today.
Stream. Great stream. And once again, thank you to all the donators to the Matcherino. We hit $500 on that. Much appreciated. That's very optional. It just helps the event and players out.
Well,
Like
this
you
is,
said.
I think, the largest prize pool we've had on Matcherino for one of these tournaments.
Oh, yeah.
So, huge appreciation to all of you at home who had donated, our sponsors, of course, Andrew, Hintz.
Hintz and MCAT were, planning every detail of the event, from the theming to
Our
the
esteemed event organizers.
Yes. And all the volunteers who made this happen. Every single person had a part of making this happen together.
And of course, for you, Mr. Varcade, we'll see you at
see
the
you
after
tomorrow,
party
Varcade.
tomorrow.